Hello, guys. Welcome to the final whistle, and we are going to discuss Alexander Isak, of course, what has been probably the story of the summer. The Newcastle Swedish striker wants to join Liverpool. Liverpool want him. It's just a massive storyline, and it is absolute cinema, isn't it? Um, in a way, it's something that's sort of from the Newcastle side of things, I suppose. If you're a fan of them, you're thinking just let him go, get rid of him, do what you've got to do, let's move on. Liverpool fans, again, the similar thing. It's dragging on. Either sign him or just move on. It's one of them things. So the latest really is, or David Ornstein posted about it this morning. Isak requested to leave quite a while ago. I believe it is about January, February time. He said to Eddie Howe that he was going to leave at the end of the season. They was well aware of it. They had plenty of time to sort of gather targets and not to be scrambling for a replacement and things like that. But that doesn't seem to be the case. The case seems to be, okay, you want to go, but you're not going. Unless someone bids 150 million, you're staying at the club. Liverpool, of course, bidded 110 million, plus potential add-ons as well. And that was straight away rejected from Newcastle. And then since, Liverpool haven't put a bid in. Liverpool, I think £140 million will get it done. 120 plus 20 in the add-ons, potentially winning the Premier League, Champions League, all that sort of stuff to boost it up. I think that would do the trick. Isak is very adamant. He wants to leave Newcastle. He does not want to play a single match for them ever again. That is how it is. It's very, very toxic between him and Newcastle. I'm pretty certain the owners of the club, the PIF, have said to him, you're not going, buckle up, that's it. You've got 3 years on your contract, get on with it. Liverpool, in a way, it's the frustrating side of things because Liverpool bidded, rejected, still want him, but are not chucking a higher bid in. Now, Liverpool have got rid of Darwin Núñez. They've got rid of Luis Diaz. Of course, the unfortunate of Diego Jota. So that's 3 forwards. Now, if they weren't confident of getting someone through the door, of course, Ekateke's came in. But if you're not confident of getting numbers or someone through the doors, then you wouldn't have got rid of Darwin Núñez. Whether, you think his ability is good, you think his ability is bad, doesn't matter. It's numbers, it's squad depth. It's vitally important if you're going to go all 4 fronts next season. Champions League, Premier League, Carabao Cup, FA Cup, doesn't matter. If you're going to fight for all them trophies, you need squad depth. And that is massive. And we've seen it before. Liverpool did something very similar. They need really a defender. The Mark Guéhi situation is getting more along now. Liverpool are talking with Mark Guéhi again. They've got Leone as well, the young centre-back from Parma. But this story is the big one. This story is what everyone's talking about. This story is just dragged on for the whole summer, and it shouldn't have been dragged on for the whole summer. Newcastle was aware of he wanted to leave before the summer. They obviously put a valuation on him. And you can't argue with a valuation. You can't argue that 150 million is too much or too least or whatever. He's got 3 years on his contract at the end of the day. And he is, let's be real, one of the best strikers in the whole of Europe, if not world football right now. He is a hot commodity, knows where the back of the net is, and just gets on with his job. Unfortunately, mentality has changed. He wants to leave Newcastle. They're being very, very stubborn. And it's causing a lot of rifts. Understandably, a lot of players are not happy. A lot of players are saying, just let him go. Some players are saying, don't let him go because it shows weakness. Eddie Howe is very much on the board of just let him go because he wants players to play at the club. So this situation doesn't seem to be getting any better, and I don't think it's going to be long before a conclusion. Whether he goes to Liverpool, it's a tough one to call. I'm 70% sure that he's going to be a Liverpool player come the end of the window. I do think things will accelerate once Newcastle have played Liverpool. I think that's when things may change a little bit. I think Newcastle are probably holding out. They don't want to face against Isak. I know it's a silly analogy, but it's something that is there, isn't it? And it's a very interesting one because, like I said, the player wants to leave. He desperately wants to leave the club. Newcastle won their first trophy in over 70 years. He got them Champions League football. He fired them all the way to both of them things. He contributed massively to both of them things. Although, in a slight hint of luck, obviously they finished fifth in the league. That was able to have Champions League. Else they may not have been in that stance. They may have been in the Europa League. But like I say, the latest at the moment is he will not play for Newcastle again. He does not want to play for Newcastle. Doesn't want to train with them. He wants to do his own training. Does not want anything to do with a football club. And when you've got a player like that, I think you've got to look at it in many ways. I think some Newcastle fans are looking at it a little bit the wrong way because Visser is doing something similar at Brentford. And some of the fans were like, oh, that's great. Force your way out and come to Newcastle. Whereas Isak's doing the same thing. And it's like, oh, you're a bad person. I'll rot in the reserves and things like this. So it's a lot of contradicting going on there. But like I say, I think 70% of me thinks he will be a Liverpool player. A lot of complexities to this. But I think the next bid from Liverpool will be around 130 million plus add-ons to take it to around 140, and I think that will be accepted. But guys, let me know what you think. Does Isak play for Liverpool? Does he stay at Newcastle? If he does stay at Newcastle, what does the future hold? And do subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.